Doing happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. This is Dr. Greg from the Elite Traders University. So good to be with you here on this 5th of September. And I hope you guys are doing well. And, thank God it's Friday. And even though I don't punch a clock and don't have a boss or anything like that, I look forward to Fridays too. Because all my friends who are still working, well, I can meet up with them. They're like, "Hey, Greg, can you meet?" I'm like, "No, I can't meet because I've got to work." Well, it's unfortunate. Learn how to trade. You don't have to work. Okay. So again, my name is Dr. Greg McLeod, and I'm a 30-year trading veteran. I worked at the world's largest Forex broker dealer as a currency analyst and currency strategist, and also a trading coach, trading thousands of people on how to become professional traders in 90 days or less using my proprietary pip and run strategy. And so this is a presentation on school. If you are on school, you're watching this live stream into our school trading community. And so welcome. I want to greet and thank all the new subscribers who signed up in our school community. And so just great to have you. Great to have you here. We got James Nolan. Nice to see you. Randy Lowe. Nice to see you. Charles Brown. Charles Brown, we go way back. Nice to see you. No, he's one of the early Pippin runners from the early 2000s and 13s or so, 2014. So great to be. I see Sean, VIP extraordinaire, Pip and Run trader, is in the room. Raymond Bryan, new Elite Traders University school member. Anna Danson, who serves in the country in the United States Army. Thank you so much for your service. Clement Ajabde, Zaria Lennon, Dalen Granberry, who flew out to Vegas, and we did a mentorship, did a one-on-one coaching session, 4 days, put him up in the MGM Grand Hotel, had a fantastic time, and take his training to the next level. So see some great things about him. James Downton, welcome, new subscriber to Alex Osborne. Jerry Lillibridge, welcome, welcome, welcome. He says to give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Samuel Elson, chasing goals, mastering trades, and learning every step of the way. Welcome, welcome. And Mark Hamps, nice to have you. And Diana Brooks, live life to the fullest. Okay, Nick, and of course, Nick Godwin, Charles Cana, my brother in the UK. Love you, brother. God bless you and your family. Glad you are a member of the Elite Traders University School community. And again, so happy to be here on this fabulous Friday. This is going to be kind of a shortened. I have another meeting that was scheduled too. So this will be like a 30-minute. It won't be coffee hours. It'll be like coffee half hour. But I do have my coffee. I'm repping my Texas mug, even though Texas lost to Ohio. But it doesn't matter. Hook 'em horns, right? And a big shout out to my daughter. Congratulations. You're working for Disney over there in Austin, Texas on a special project. Graduate. She's in uh, at AET, which is Arts and Entertainment Technology, AET. She ate, right? So anyway, I mean, this is Fabulous Friday. This is Non-Farm Payroll Friday. An amazing, amazing, shocking, literally shocking thing that happened. We had the jobs number. Many expected 75,000 jobs to be created, and actually we only had a depressing, sad 22,000 jobs created. And of course, the enemies of the administration are got their stones and their torches and their pickaxes and their pitchforks, you know, slowing down the economy, terrorists, the right. But it's all part of 4D chess. Okay, all part of 4D chess. And we saw that the dollar dropped, euro rose, and we had some tremendous moves in the market. All week it was basically, we were hit by the shock on Labor Day. I hope you guys had a great Labor Day too. But we had a shock on Friday before Labor Day, in which the court ruled that Trump tariffs were illegal. Okay, now and I'm not trying to be political or anything. I'm here to make money, right? I like making money. My color is green. I don't care if you're black, you're white, orange, yellow, Chinese, Vietnamese, Polish, Czechoslovakian, Mexican, or African. I don't care. It's all about the green. He who has the gold creates the rules. If you have no gold, you cannot create any rules. And so I'm for whoever is going to put more gold in my back pocket. Okay. So I voted for people who were nice and found out that they were doing a lot of deceiving things and caused my industry to actually close up. And I've then and my parents they worked in a certain industry and the industries got sent jobs got sent overseas. So why? So you have to vote your pocketbook. You can't just vote because of tradition, vote because of what your mom and your parents did. You got to look at what these people stand for, and what they stand for is bad for you and your family. Then you need to vote for your family, okay, and not vote for who you like or don't like, because in the end they don't care, and in the end you who's going to look out for number one? That's you, and that's God, right? And so I looked at it, and I'm looking at uh, the because the judge found those terrorists um, illegal, that the United States would have to pay that stuff back. Can you imagine? We took like hundreds of billions of dollars, and now, oops, we made a mistake. We have to send it back. Well, the market was pricing that in. He said, "Well, Greg, that's news, and I don't want to know." Well, that's why your long euro, your long Aussie trade last week got screwed, right? He got screwed because a judge at midnight, where the markets were closed on Monday, made a decision that caused the market to totally tank, right? The currency markets, right? And so the stock markets was kind of nuts too. But they went ahead. They're appealing to the Supreme Court, and I'm sure they're going to overturn that. But also, we had Jerome Powell not cutting interest rates, while the rest of the world was cutting interest rates in France, cutting interest rates in the eurozone, cutting interest rates around the world. We have one of the highest interest rates among the G8 currencies, right? So what happens when you have a high interest rate and everyone else's interest rate is lower? Your exchange rate goes up, and the price of your goods becomes more expensive, right? And so there's liquidity is coming out of the market and going into the U.S. dollar. And so we want that to go the other way. And so by by ruling this, when the tariffs thing is a question, the dollar is going to rally, and the other currencies are going to drop. And not only that, we had Jay Powell did not cut interest rates like the rest of the world, and so that impacts companies' ability to hire new employees or retain employees or expand operations. Why? Because they use credit, right? They use credit. And so lower interest rates stimulate the economy, right? And so Trump has been saying, Jerome Powell, cut interest rates, cut interest rates, cut interest rates. And there's inflation worries. Well, there's no inflation if people don't have jobs, because no one's going to be able to buy stuff and prices fall, right? That's why we have 2.9 inflation versus 9 last year under Biden, right? We have low inflation. Gas has been as the cheapest it's ever been, except in California. And but our and the only thing that hasn't been really impacted is housing, right? Housing, but housing is fixed to what? Interest rates, right? No one has like $500,000 lying around, unless you're a pip and runner. You have $500,000 lying around, you go buy a house cash. People buy on credit, and they don't want 7.75 on a mortgage. They need like 4 or 5% on a mortgage, and that's not going to happen. So mortgage inflation is tied to the Fed, and that was the key step. Now, with 22,000 jobs created, do you know the economy needs 200,000 jobs each month to continue a growth projection of 4% GDP growth rate? You need 200,000 jobs. 200. They need 10 times what we created. So the monetary policy is so restricted, so tight, that there's not enough money. The economy is basically is sputtering. It's suffocating. It's suffocating, right? is like a fish out of water because it needs that liquidity. It needs those low interest rates to revive it, to flow, right? And the money is being tightened up by the Fed, right? They need to loosen monetary policy so XYZ company can take out some loans, short-term loans, and hire people and then get more sales. And those people have jobs, they have money, and they can buy stuff, right? And that keeps the economy going. But right now, the economy is freezing because there's not enough cash in the market, right? And so I'm teaching you how to make a clock. You asked me what time it is, right? So so the bottom line is the bad jobs number is a good thing because now it sends a clear signal to the Fed that you must cut. September 17th, we're going to have the FOMC going to meet together. And there's going to be, without a doubt, and there's like a, now there's, before there was like an 85% chance of a cut. Now there's probably going to be a 100% chance of a rate cut. Okay. So they're going to price that in. But they're behind the curve because why? Other countries have already cut 2 and 3 and 4 times. Australia is down like 3.12. We're at 4.5. But the bond market didn't wait. The bond market already dropped. Look, we're not going to wait for the Fed to lower rates. We saw the lowest we've seen this year is 3.99 on the 10-year Treasury note, right? So the bond market is the tail that wags the dog. And the bond market, in fact, I used to live when I lived in Houston, Pearland. I had a bond trader that lived behind me. Her daughter and my daughter both went to Howard University. And I asked her what she did for a living. She goes, I'm a bond trader. I go, oh my God, you control interest rates, control everything. And she goes, Forex people are really smart. I go, so it was just, it was like peeking over the fence. Hello, what are you guys doing? So she had a Bloomberg terminal in her living room. It's like really cool, right? So it was, I think her name was Charlisa, and they both graduated from Howard. Beautiful, beautiful girls. But yeah, so the interest rates control monetary policy. When those things are high, well, guess what? You're going to have money coming to the U.S., right? And we want money in circulation. And so that's why we want that money circulated into the economy to create jobs, to create growth, to create research and development, to allow people to take a chance. Maybe you want to borrow somebody to start something, borrow money to get a house. And you get a house, you're gonna need furniture, you're gonna need carpeting, you're gonna need paint, you're gonna need furnishings, and all those things. That's industries, right? It's driving the global economy as well because most of the stuff is made outside the U.S. So it impacts the world economy because of our interest rates being high. Because if American consumers, 80% of our economy is driven by consumption. Okay, by consumption. So if we stop consuming because we don't have any money, or people don't have money, people don't have we have money because we trade, but other people don't have money, they don't have jobs, they can't buy stuff, and it's a trickle down thing. So and the economy's actually been doing pretty good considering how tight the monetary policy is. So imagine not just one rate cut in September, but we'll probably have a November cut and a December cut as well. And that could be very positive for equities moving forward as we get into that fall period. The season, I call it the season, because usually August and September are kind of weak. August was actually pretty strong, so you can imagine how strong August was. And you see the stock market was actually up. In fact, if we check the CNBC, we check the current. I think we hit a record, but we pulled back, right? Yeah, Dow Jones Industrial Average down 0.5%, 45,376. Okay, and we also have the S&P 500 down 0.5% too, 6,471.03. It hit an intraday record. NASDAQ 21,654, spot 03 down 0.25%, down 53.65. The rest 2,000 was up 2.26 points, a tenth of a percent. So not that much, right? But the big news that we want to see is what's going on with the euro and what went on with the pound, right? And so let me go ahead and share my screen to show you what we actually did this week, even in the face of that. Being a short-term day trader or scalper, we don't care about the about the direction of the market so much. It's like a wind at your sails, wind at your back. We kind of we would like to. It's a lot easier to trade. It's like you're sailing a boat. It's a lot easier to sail a boat with the wind, but you can still move. You can tack, back and forth. I don't know much about sailing. I had one of my friends, Matt. Big shout out to Matt. He liked sailing. He had a boat, and then so you can move a boat, by zigzagging and like call it tacking, right? But you're working to make that thing move, right? But when you are in line with the wind, when you're in line with the trend and everything is moving in a direction, what's going to happen is it's going to be very easy, right? It's easy for us, but it's easier when you got the market tied like it was this morning. Then it's like taking candy from a baby. It's like printing money. It's the easiest thing that you could possibly do when you can do that. But before I go to actually show you the results that we did this week in our trading, we have a live trading room on School, and I share my screen. Just sharing is caring. Share, advance, share some sound, share. Okay. Alrighty, that's not the one I want to share. Huh? No. All right, let's try it again. All right. All right. Share. Stop share. One more time. Share. Portion of screen. Share. There we go. There we go. Here I am. All right. All right. So anyway, this is our so I just did this today. This was our move on the this is our move this is our move today on non-farm payroll. It was so, let me look at the time, 11:05. I was such a slack. I was up last night. I was trading last night too. I trade with my group, with my our VIP Learn and Earn trading group, and we stream on YouTube. It's kind of delayed, but the best value is being able to be in the VIP section with me on Zoom. And it's right now it's $97 a month. It's going to go up to like 127 or something like that. This just to be competitive of whatever other people are doing, but ours is so much more valuable because you get access to our community, access to me, access to the valuable courses. Some of these courses we were selling for $5,000, $6,000, and you're going to get those courses, get access to those courses during your subscription. But I did this trade here on the euro dollar where I actually popped the trade in. In fact, I posted it. I actually did it so I did the trade in order. I didn't need the trade because I had so many wins this week. But I got to do a non-farm payroll trade in order to show the people that I can trade the news, blah, blah, blah. So I said, I wrote an article, and then I went ahead and, right. Hey guys, it's Dr. Greg McLeod from Elite Traders University here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we are trading the euro. And I just after non-farm payroll came out, it was dismal. It was expected 75,000 jobs being created. However, we had a surprise. It came out lower than they expected at 22,000 jobs, and that caused the U.S. dollar to tank, caused the euro to rise. And so we waited, actually got up a little bit late after the announcement, and we're looking for a move back up back toward the high. We hit about one spot, 1760, and we're looking for just to grab a dead cat bounce about maybe about 3 pips. So trading 10 standard lots, 3 pips, $100 a pip. We should be able to clear the $320 in the next couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes, And so I just went ahead and I wrote an article on school, which I'm going to post, and I'm going to attach this video to it. So you guys can see that when we use Pip and Run, a proprietary trading strategy that I use here at Elite Traders University, that we can make money on demand, that we can turn on the computer and just find an entry in a chart using our Pip and Run method and enter the market. Now, I have proprietary indicators and other analytics are on another screen. I just want you to see the price action that's here. And my other video has run out of space, but we will continue with this video here, and hopefully it doesn't cut us off before we hit our take profit. And I'm going to have my we're up $240 already. We're looking for one spot 1739 to be hit, and you know, the other videos compiling. I'm using this new video recording for a more high definition, high quality. But so I made two videos, and so anyway, one spot 1736 was our entry. We're looking for a move back toward 17139, looking for 3 pips, and looking we're up $180, but just in a couple minutes. And again, we're not trading right at the news event. This is called a news fade strategy. And the news fade strategy, that was the backup video that ran out of time. But this new video system, we're able to get longer videos. And the video is not that long. In fact, I'm looking for the controls to it so I can be able to shut it down. But here we go. We're coming up on our target. We're up $300, 310, 310, 310. We're just a tenth of a pip away from our target. And it's there. We're up $290, $270. Oh, it tagged it just a little bit. Just a little. I think we get a next surge up. And the limit out of our trade. Just don't want to touch it. Just want to show you this totally hands-free. When you have a system and a plan, when you go into the market, then you know our entry was this blue arrow here. We'll have a red arrow soon. A red arrow will show us, and there we go. So we just executed the order. We got out, and we made a pretty good sum of money very quickly, you know. And that's what we do with Pip and Run, guys. That's how we do it. Okay. So if you are interested in taking your trading to the next level, making money on demand, then feel free to jump in and book a strategy call with me. Type NFP directly to me in the comments, and I'll chat with you and see if we're a good fit, and if it makes sense, we'll go to a strategy call. This is Dr. Greg McLeod from Elite Traders University. Okay, guys, now there was more. I just wanted to keep the video short. It was a 4-minute video. If I wait a little bit more time, and you know, I could see that we were probably going to hit that 117.50 whole number, or the round number, the quarter line up there. That was an ultimate target that, you know, I wanted to keep the video very short, just to show you that, hey, I go in, I can grab 4, 5, 6 pips. I can grab, you know, money on demand. Why? Because we have a powerful pattern and powerful indicators, which tells us, hey, this is what we need to do, right? We use the predictive function, which is part of Pip and Run. Proprietary strategy. We don't teach it to everybody, you know, because, you know, you got to understand that how trading works. You know, trading works with people on the wrong side of the trade. If everybody knows the same strategy, it stops working, or it doesn't work very well. So when my mentees sign up for Elite Traders University, they sign a NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, a non-compete agreement, that they agree not to share what we talk about outside. Okay, so you know, it's a, you know, 4-figure, 5-figure, no, a 5-figure, you know, yeah, 4-figure, 5-figure investment, depending on how long you want to work with me. And we keep it, then the whole idea of the NDA is to keep you from ruining the market for everybody else, right? And you know, we've been doing this for 20 years, and people like, oh, look, I paid X this. I'm not sharing this with anybody, right? As opposed to some strategies which they share everywhere on the internet, and everybody's teaching the same strategy. And guess what? They get stopped out because everybody's on the wrong side of the trade. Lose this. Trading is a pyramid scheme, right? You got losers that pay winners, right? And if everybody believes one thing, they pay the people going the opposite direction. And this is called sentiment. We'll talk about that maybe on the next call. We'll talk about sentiment analysis. But the whole idea is exclusivity. And I actually asked ChatGPT what they think about pip and run based on all the different things that I've shared. And it said that, because it's not everywhere, you have a unique advantage. ChatGPT said we had a unique advantage. Another unique advantage is I never tell ChatGPT exactly what pip and run is. So you think, oh, I'm going to go on ChatGPT, type pip and run. Go ahead, because I fed it so much weird trading strategies like RSI and all kinds of stuff I don't even use, because I know that people, but pikers who don't want to, invest in themselves, but they rather find a cheat way to get in, that they're going to type in, what is the pip and run strategy? They're going to go ahead and do it. And they go, yeah, I know what it is, man. You're using two moving averages and RSI. I'm going, and I'm smiling. Like, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I'm doing. Go for it, buddy. Well, I tried it. It didn't work. Of course not. Why would Coca-Cola put their recipe on ChatGPT? Why would Kentucky Fried Chicken put 11 herbs and spices on ChatGPT? Do you think I'm going to put pip and run on ChatGPT? ChatGPT is just like you guys who are not part of our group. You know what we do, but you don't know how we do it. The how and the implementation is what you invest in. The transformation is what you invest in, right? That moves you from being break even or losing trader to professional when you invest. I did the same thing. I invested in and Mark Douglas. Mark Douglas was my mentor. He wasn't cheap. He wasn't free. And because I invested in him, and time, I needed time. I needed time to learn to learn and to perfect my own strategy. And so by working with someone, it's like, you want to be on the NBA, but you need a coach. He's like, oh, yeah, natural ability will only carry you so far, but you have to have a mentor. You have to have somebody showing you the ropes, showing you how to get good. Gordon Gekko, Bud Fox had Gordon Gekko, right? In Trading Places, Eddie Murphy had the Duke brothers. Duke brothers showed Eddie Murphy how to trade, along with Dan Aykroyd. And so you've got Tom Brady had a quarterback coach. They say, oh, Tom Brady this, Tom Brady that. He would be anywhere without his coach, right? Invested in his coach. Beyonce has a voice coach, right? So the difference between the average person and the superstar is the belief that they can do it, the belief, but also being able to invest in coaching. In fact, that's why I'm getting off this call in the next couple of minutes early, because I've invested in coaching to take me to the next level. I still invest in coaching, even though I am at a certain level in my trading where I can pull money on demand. I'm looking at not just millions of dollars, I'm looking at billions of dollars, right? And so it takes another level, right? If you're the smartest person in your group, then you are in the wrong group, right? So, and then also remember that the 5 people that you're associated with, that's probably what your income level is going to be. Look around at your friends and you go, oh, that's why I'm here where I am, right? You can only be at a place where you're with the people who are at the level you want to be at, right? So you always got to basically level up. Like you're in a video game, you got to level up. If you got the little pea shooter playing the video game, what do you got to do? You got to, fight some big bosses and get some coins and get a bigger gun so you can destroy more stuff, right? So it's the same logic, In fact, that's why I made this post in our group, right, about how I look at our trading community. That we are, and if you come right here, free samples daily, right? Free samples daily. Yeah, if you ever walk through Costco and grab a free sample that's so good, you end up buying the whole box. Well, yeah, that's us, but with trading. And here's how it works: taste test. show up curious. Maybe you're new to Forex, you know, uh, but maybe you've been burned in the past, and but before we hand you a sample, we got market analysis, trading setups, news breakdowns, trading demos, and free courses that you can help. You get a bite, you like it, you want more, right? You see results, you see some change, and you want to invest. Like the buffet, the buffet is when you start showing up daily. You're learning, you're growing, you're seeing how the pros move. You're not just watching trades, you're understanding them, you're starting to think like a trader, and that's when it hits you. I could do this. You know that you can believe in yourself. You know you can do it. You just need a recipe. Many of you already know trading, right? You know what stochastics and RSI and support and resistance. You have all the ingredients. You don't have a recipe. So guess what? The recipe makes pips. It's the alchemy. We're alchemists. We take digital data and turn it into money, like I just showed you, right? So step three, the full meal, Pip and Run mentorship. This is where the magic happens, right? Inside the Pip and Run, you go deep into strategy building, risk management, trade journaling, real-time execution, mindset mastery, and also the Pip and Run method, a method I've been using to make money in this market and my students millions of dollars for over 20 years. I worked for the world's largest Forex broker dealer in the world as a currency analyst and currency strategist. I was on the inside. Not many people can say that. And so this makes sense that you would want to learn from someone who's been on the other side of the screen, in a Wall Street brokerage. In fact, I hold the trading record, 403 trades without a loss, consecutive trades at my brokerage, right? So, ETU isn't just, you're not just trading, you're becoming a professional, okay? So just don't look at this as just some little place where you're just like getting some free stuff. This is stuff to move you, to level you up. If you are ready to level up, you may want to like just hang around and post, and that's fine too, whatever you want to do. But the purpose here is to help you become a professional trader in 90 days, right? To let you recognize the value, to show you that this is not a scam, to show you this is real, to introduce you to the people who are in our group, to show you live trading results, to let you trade live with me to see how I do it. And then you make the decision for yourself, right? So anyway, ETU isn't just a community, it's your launch pad. So grab your sample, taste the elite, and when you're ready to feast, the Pip and Run mentorship is waiting for you at the head of the table, okay? So anyway, this is Dr. Greg McLeod signing out. You can either DM me in school, NFP if you want to go talk more, and I'll break through strategy call, 30 minutes, see if it's for you or not. No hard sell. I don't need your money. I make money. But I am on a mission to help 1,000 traders become professional traders in 2025, and we're getting there. So if you want to be part of that 1,000, then spots are limited. And so I'll see you on the other side. This is Dr. Greg McLeod signing out. Peace and pips. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.